Hello and welcome to the Wholesaling and Flipping Houses in New York show, or Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York, I'm not sure. Where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York, and if you haven't done it yet, or if you have a business already, how to grow the business. So I'll be getting questions about doing this part-time and whether you need to do this full-time and whether if you have a job, should you quit your job to do it. And I would say you can absolutely start this business part-time without a doubt. It's harder because there's a lot of time involved, and there's something to be said for, burning your boats. I think it was Julius Caesar. He got to an enemy shore and he burnt all the boats, and he's like, we're going to win or we're going to die. And there is something to be said to commit to that. But if you need to pay your bills and you have a job and you want to start this, you can absolutely do this part-time, working, some hours on the weekends and maybe some hours every single day. Could devote 2 hours a day to it or an hour or two a day to it. It definitely can be done. But the issue is it's going to take a long time, right? There's no quick way. You got to really think in terms of 12 to 18 months to get any kind of real traction in the business. I say this all the time, but when I started this, I had been buying at auctions and gut rehabbing for 4 years. And then I realized I couldn't scale the business, so I moved to direct to seller. It took me 8 months of spending a lot of money, and I had a lot of knowledge, 8 months to get one dime back from that. So I would say that there's no problem keeping your job, doing this part-time, but you got to think in terms of 12 to 18 months. 12 to 18 months to get this going. So I have no problem with anybody doing this part-time, but you have to commit to it and you really have to make sure it gets done. So it can be done. Maybe I should do a video on how long, just why it takes so long in New York. There's really 3 reasons why it takes so long in New York. Maybe I'll do the next video on that. So, but that's really part of the process. The problem in New York, everything takes forever. In other places, you're going to go online, you can see somebody said, I started wholesaling in 3 weeks, I have a check for $12,000. Just doesn't work that way in New York. It takes a lot longer for a bunch of reasons. That'll be my next video, unless I get a really good request for something before then. But here's the story. If you like these videos, please click like. If you want to see how I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Any comments get answered pretty quickly. I've been answering, I think, every comment within 24 hours for sure. Any requests for videos, I'm happy to do them. Don't be ashamed of asking a question that you think is too basic. If I did a video on it already, I'll just send you a link to the video. So I really want more feedback. So give me topics that you want me to cover. I'm happy to cover them. This was something that I get a lot. Do I need to do this full time? Can I do it part time? My answer is absolutely. If you need your income from a job, do this part time. Think about doing this for a year or two until you get some traction, you get some leads, you get a deal or two, and then when you feel like in your pipeline you have enough to replace your income, then I think it's time maybe to do this full time, but not until then. And a lot of people who are very successful 7- and 8-figure businesses started this part time. So I have no problem with somebody starting it part time if you want to. Again, thank you very, very much for watching.